High blood sugar is often called a silent killer, and for good reason. Around the world, nearly half of the people living with diabetes don't even know they have it. Imagine that. Millions of people walking around unaware that sugar is quietly damaging their eyes, kidneys, heart, and nerves. And here's another shocking fact. Every 20 seconds, somewhere in the world, someone loses a leg because of diabetes. That's how serious this condition is. I'm Eddie Rodriguez, pharmacist, biochemist, and diabetes educator. I've lived with type 1 diabetes for more than 25 years, and my mission here on EDU Diabetes in English is to make the science simple and practical so you can use it in your life. Today, I want to show you what your body is already telling you. There are silent signals that blood sugar is too high. Signals that many people ignore, thinking it's just stress, fatigue, or normal aging. But these signs are warnings. And if you pay attention, you can act before complications appear. Before I explain each one, let me give you a picture of what happens when sugar rises in your blood. Imagine your bloodstream as a clear river, carrying nutrients smoothly. Now imagine that river turning into honey. Thick, sticky, slow. That's exactly what happens when your glucose goes from 100 to 150, 200, or 300 milligrams per deciliter. Blood becomes more viscous, organs work harder, and every cell in your body struggles. Normal fasting glucose should be under 100 milligrams per deciliter. Prediabetes is 100 to 125. Diabetes is confirmed at 126 or higher. And when blood sugar stays high, your body sends signals. Let's talk about them. One of the first is blurred vision. Have you ever noticed that after meals your vision becomes foggy, as if you suddenly put on the wrong glasses? That's because glucose above 180 milligrams per deciliter causes swelling in the lens of the eye. Even in pre-diabetes, this can happen. At first, it's temporary. But over time, the same process can lead to retinopathy, one of the leading causes of preventable blindness worldwide. Another common signal is overwhelming fatigue after meals. You'd expect food to give you energy, right? But instead, you feel heavy, ready for a nap. This is because your cells can't use glucose efficiently due to insulin resistance. It's like having a full gas tank, but a broken engine. Studies show that most people with type 2 diabetes also live with excess weight, which makes insulin resistance worse and fatigue more pronounced. If you feel like you ran a marathon after a simple lunch, it may not be work stress. It may be your body warning that sugar is out of control. Tingling or numbness in the feet and hands is another red flag. Many people describe it as ants crawling, especially at night. High sugar levels damage the tiny nerves at the edges of your body. This is called peripheral neuropathy, and once it develops, it can be permanent. It's also the reason why, every day, people face amputations linked to diabetes. The earlier you recognize it, the better your chance of preventing irreversible damage. Look at your skin. Do you see small skin tags around your neck, under your arms, or in the groin? They might look harmless, but they are strongly linked to insulin resistance. When insulin levels are chronically high, skin cells grow abnormally, creating these little tags. Many people never imagine the connection. But in my experience, when we test these patients, fasting glucose or insulin levels are almost always elevated. It's your body leaving clues on the outside. Recurring infections are another sign. Have you struggled with yeast infections, fungal infections, or skin wounds that take forever to heal? High blood sugar acts like a buffet for bacteria and fungi. They thrive in that environment. Studies show that up to 70% of people with diabetes experience skin problems. And here's something crucial. Any wound on your foot that doesn't heal within 2 weeks is an emergency. It could lead to severe infections and even amputation if ignored. Then there's excessive thirst and urination. You drink water all day but never feel satisfied. You wake up multiple times at night to urinate. Here's why. When glucose rises above 180 milligrams per deciliter, your kidneys can't filter it all. They push glucose into the urine, but water goes with it. You end up dehydrated, no matter how much you drink. This is one of the classic combinations of uncontrolled diabetes. And if it comes with rapid weight loss, fruity smelling breath, nausea, or confusion, it could be diabetic ketoacidosis, a medical emergency. Don't wait. Go to the hospital immediately. Finally, irritability and mood swings. This one surprises many people. They think their stress or bad mood comes from work or daily problems. But the truth is, when sugar spikes and crashes, your brain feels it. The brain uses about 20% of all the glucose in your body, even though it's only 2% of your weight. When levels are unstable, neurotransmitters are disrupted. You may feel anxious, restless, or angry without reason. Many people take medication for anxiety, when in reality, unstable blood sugar is at the root. Now, let me give you some context with global numbers. The International Diabetes Federation estimates that more than 530 million adults worldwide live with diabetes. By 2045, that number could rise to nearly 800 million. Almost half of them don't know they have it. That's why listening to your body's signals is so critical. High sugar is not just about numbers on a lab test. It's about daily warning signs that something deeper is happening. So what should you do if you recognize these signals? First, don't ignore them. Get tested. A fasting glucose under 100 is normal. Between 100 and 125 is pre-diabetes. At 126 or higher, confirmed on 2 tests, it's diabetes. Hemoglobin A1C under 5.7 is normal. Between 5.7 and 6.4 is pre-diabetes. At 6.5 or higher, it's diabetes. These numbers give you the truth about what's happening inside. But beyond tests, take action now. Small steps matter. A 10-minute walk after meals lowers glucose by up to 30%. Replacing sugary drinks with water makes a big difference. Choosing whole grains instead of white bread helps stabilize blood sugar. Even a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar before meals has been shown to reduce spikes. And most importantly, see a doctor if you have 3 or more of the signs I described. Don't wait for complications. Your body is talking to you. Blurred vision, fatigue, tingling, skin changes, recurring infections, constant thirst, mood swings, these are not random problems. They are alarms. They are your body asking for help before it's too late. High blood sugar is serious, but it is also manageable. You have more control than you think. By paying attention to these signs and acting early, you can protect your vision, your nerves, your kidneys, your heart, and your future. Now I want to hear from you. Have you experienced any of these signs? Did you ever think they might be related to blood sugar? Share your story in the comments. Your experience might help someone else recognize the same signs. And before you leave, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to EDU Diabetes in English. Together, we can turn awareness into action and help more people live healthy lives with or without diabetes.